Chapter 2, Lesson 2, Part 2, Finding the Distance Between Integers. So finding distance between integers, there's a couple methods. First method 1 is to use a number line. So you're just plotting a number line that has both points. So the distance between positive 5 and negative 7. So one has to be long enough to have both negative 7 and positive 5. And then you'd simply count the spaces in between. Again, the spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the distance between 5 and negative 7 is 12 units. Method 2 is to use absolute value to find the distance between the integers with different signs. So distance is just like difference. What's the difference in location? So 5 minus a negative 7. This becomes, using the rules of subtraction, 5 plus 7. And notice it's in absolute value bars because distance can't be 0. So 5 plus 7 is 12. So let's practice using both methods. We have find the distance between 4 and negative 1. So I'm just going to use this number line they gave me and make sure it has both points on it. So negative 1 is the smallest value, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So again, I'm just counting the spaces in between here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the distance between 4 and negative 1 is 5 units. Or I could have used subtraction, the absolute value of subtraction. So 4 minus negative 1, using the rules for subtraction, becomes 4 plus 1, which of course is 5. And the absolute value of 5 is again 5. So using a number line when you're dealing with single digits like 4 and negative 1 is realistic. But once you get into larger numbers, you're going to want to use method 2. So again, this is where method 2 would really come in handy in this word problem here. The surface of the Salton Sea in California is 226 feet below sea level. The peak of Mount Whitney, also in California, is 14,500 feet above sea level. What is the difference in the two elevations? So the elevation of the sea is negative 226 feet. The elevation of the mountain is 14,505 feet. So again, they're asking difference. So it's a subtraction problem. 14,505 feet minus negative 226 feet in their absolute value. Don't forget that because we're calculating distance, which isn't negative. So our first number stays the same. Our second number becomes positive. Our second number becomes positive and the subtraction changes to addition. 14,505 plus 206 is 14,731 feet. I just want to show you that it wouldn't matter what number we put first. We could have done negative 226 feet minus 14,505 feet. And that would have changed to negative 226 plus negative 14,505. We would have added both negatives and had the absolute value of negative 14,731, which would have turned out again to be 14,731 feet because of absolute value. So the order of which you put the two numbers does not matter when finding the distance. All right, so here we have another word problem. Jason and David went hiking at a different time. Jason is currently 54 feet above sea level, so he's positive 54 feet. Well, David is just starting at 11 feet below sea level, so David is negative 11 feet. So calculating the difference, 54 minus a negative 11 becomes the absolute value of 54 plus 11. 54 plus 11 is simply 65 feet. So the difference in their elevation is 65 feet. Let's do number 17 here. We're determining the difference in elevation of the Arkansas Magazine Mountain. So AMM, I'm just going to abbreviate, is 2,753 feet above sea level. And Death Valley, California, DVC, is 258 below sea level. So that's a negative 282 feet. So absolute value here of 2,753 feet minus a negative 282 feet. And we're changing that to an addition sentence. 2,753 plus 282. And that would simply be let me do my adding vertically. I was trying to do it in my head and I was afraid I was going to make a mistake for you. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 7 plus 2 is 10. There we go. I was on the right track. So 3,035 feet. So that's it. With these types of problems, just make sure you're paying attention to whether something is negative or positive with the language that they give you. Like here below sea level will be negative. Above sea level is always positive.